They say that the brightest lights cast the darkest shadows. Nowhere was this truer than in the glimmering metropolis of Dubai as the world turned the page to 2026. While the Burj Khalifa pierced the sky with fireworks and the city pulsed with the rhythm of unchecked luxury, one man stood amidst the celebration, feeling the ground crumble beneath his feet. We are talking about Yaman. A man who has conquered screens across Europe, whose charisma is a currency in itself, but who, in the first hours of the new year, faced a reckoning that no amount of fame could shield him from. Welcome back to the sanctuary of deep storytelling, whatever you need. Today, we are not merely recounting gossip, we are witnessing the emotional autopsy of a relationship that has haunted the Turkish entertainment industry for years. The story we are about to unravel involves a hasty flight, a crushing rejection, and a text message that served as the final nail in the coffin of a beloved fantasy. It is the story of Yaman's vulnerability and Demet Özdemir's ironclad resolve. Before we descend into this labyrinth of heartbreak, I ask you, are you a silent observer, or are you part of our inner circle? If you crave narratives that respect the complexity of the human heart, ensure you are subscribed. And for those who wish to empower us to keep telling these stories with the cinematic depth they deserve, the join button awaits you below. Your membership is the heartbeat of this channel. Now let us travel to the moment the illusion shattered. For Yaman, the plan was simple: usher in 2026 surrounded by the opulence of Dubai, a city built on the promise of the future. It was supposed to be a night of glamour, dazzling parties, and the kind of escapism that only money can buy. But as the clock struck midnight, the festivities turned into a hollow echo. The catalyst for this sudden descent into despair was not a person in the room, but a digital ghost, a photograph posted thousands of miles away by Demet Özdemir. The image that flashed across his screen was devastating in its simplicity. Demet, looking more radiant and serene than the public has seen her in years, was pictured alongside a mysterious man. The rumors of a new romance ignited instantly, spreading through the gossip columns like wildfire. But for Can, this was not just a rumor, it was a mirror reflecting his own stagnation. The determination in her smile and the suggestive, hopeful notes she appended to the post struck him with the force of a physical blow. Witnesses at the parties in Dubai reported a shift in the actor's demeanor, so profound it was impossible to ignore. The fun-filled night evaporated, replaced by a profound silence. The lights of the party could not illuminate the sudden storm raging inside him. Unable to bear the weight of the celebration while his internal world collapsed, Yaman made a decision that shocked his entourage. He aborted his trip. The luxury, the contacts, the potential deals, all of it became irrelevant. Driven by a sudden resurfacing of feelings he had repressed for years, and perhaps the terrifying realization that he was losing the narrative of his own life, he booked an immediate return ticket to Istanbul. The scene at Istanbul airport was stark. Usually composed and ready with a charming quip for the press, Can appeared visibly shaken. When the flashbulbs popped, he offered no defense, no charismatic deflection. Instead, he offered a sentence that felt like it was ripped from a tragic play: "My heart aches, my soul aches." It was a moment of rare, raw vulnerability. He refused to answer other questions, but when Demet's name hung in the air, those words escaped his lips, a confession of a man who realized, perhaps too late, the magnitude of his loss. Upon landing in Istanbul, the tragedy moved from the public eye to the private screen of a smartphone. Driven by the adrenaline of regret and the haunting image of Demet with another man, Yaman broke the silence between them. He sent a message. According to reliable sources from their inner circle, it was a plea for a face-to-face meeting. He wanted to talk about the past, to exhume buried grievances, to make amends for mistakes left uncorrected, and perhaps, to find answers to feelings that had never truly died. He waited for a lifeline. Instead, he received a verdict. Demet Özdemir's response was not just a rejection, it was a fortress wall slamming shut. The actress, who has clearly spent time cultivating a new sense of self-worth and peace, replied with words that were icy, clear, and irreversibly final. She wrote, "For me, those chapters are closed. A mistake is made once, repeating it is foolish. I started the new year with a new life. I have turned a new page for myself. Analyze those words carefully. Foolish. Closed. New life. This was not a woman playing hard to get, this was a woman who had already mourned, healed, and moved on. With that single text, she didn't just reject a meeting, she invalidated the possibility of a sequel. The impact of this rejection has been absolute. Yaman, unable to secure the absolution or the closure he sought, has retreated into a shell of silence. His social media channels, usually a vibrant log of his life, have gone dark. He has distanced himself even from his closest friends, entering a period of deep introspection. Gossip columnists suggest that for the first time, the golden boy of Turkish television feels he has truly lost. The phrase "you only make one mistake" reportedly haunts him, echoing the realization that Demet has left behind not just the relationship but the trauma associated with it. Contrast this with Demet Özdemir. While Can sits in the shadows of regret, Demet is bathed in the light of renewal. Sources close to the actress confirm that her New Year's joy was not a performance. She hasn't made a sudden, rash decision, rather, she is reaping the rewards of a long, internal process of preparation. She doesn't want to live in the past because she has finished building her future. As for the mystery man seen by her side, his identity remains a jealously guarded secret, a testament to Demet's desire to protect this new chapter from the toxic glare of the public eye. She is not rushing, she is simply living, and that is the ultimate revenge. The court of public opinion is, as always, divided. On social media, the battle lines are drawn. One faction applauds Demet's firm stance, viewing her text message as an empowering declaration of self-respect. They argue that she owes nothing to the past. The opposing side, the romantics who have clung to the CanDem fantasy for years, argue that Can's vulnerability deserves mercy, that everyone deserves a second chance. But Demet's words seem to have obliterated that possibility. The curtain has fallen. This moment is being interpreted by industry insiders as a pivotal turning point for Yaman. We are seeing the deconstruction of the alpha persona he has cultivated. Is this silence a process of confronting his own demons, or is it the paralysis of belated regret? The gossip world is watching with bated breath, wondering if this story truly ends with a text message, or if time, the great narrator, has one final twist in store. In conclusion, we are left with a tableau of two diverging paths. Demet Özdemir is marching forward, her eyes fixed on a horizon that promises peace and privacy. Yaman is left looking backward, standing in the ruins of a bridge he realized too late he wanted to cross. It is a stark reminder that in life, unlike in the series we love, some finales are permanent. We will continue to monitor the silence of Yaman and the rise of Demet Özdemir. But for now, the story of their past is officially a closed book. Thank you for walking through this emotional landscape with us on Whatever You Need. If this story moved you, if you felt the weight of that final message, please leave a like and share your thoughts. Do you think Demet was too harsh, or was she right to protect her peace? Let us know in the comments. And please consider clicking the join button to support our channel. Your backing allows us to tell the stories that others miss. Until next time, respect the past but live for the future. Goodbye.